everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a speed build just here in Mount Komorebi. We'll be doing a tiny house today, specifically a micro home. So at the moment I'm just laying out those 32 tiles that you're allowed for a micro home because you want those extra perks that come with that. Yeah, so this is 30 tiles and I just add an extra 2 on the side. I think that's all 32. And now I'm trying to decide what we're gonna do with that. So yeah, I think I liked the idea of having like a 4 tile bathroom, like a 2 by 2. I just think that looks better than the 3 by 1 that you can do, but yeah, I just think this has a little bit more space, although I did have some issues getting it to function later, but it does work now. So at this point I'm just sort of getting an idea of how much space we have. I think I sort of give up on trying to figure out the layout at this point. I'm just adding in this fence. I really like the idea of having a fence to sort of keep it more enclosed in this sort of city area, so everyone can't just sort of walk up to your house. We're just adding in some doors. I really wanted to have that double door at the back there, but unfortunately I do end up removing it later. I just could not find a way to fit it in and still be able to fit everything inside, because to have the sliding doors be functional, like you have to have almost, I think, 2 tiles there, entirely free for Sims to walk through, and yeah, it was just a little bit too difficult. So I'm going for a sort of loosely Japanese inspired build here, using a lot of the items from Snowy Escape. I just wanted it to sort of fit in with the neighborhood on this lot here. I really like a lot of the items from Snowy Escape. I like that there's some more traditional ones, but also it's that sort of cutesy, more modern style as well. I think there's a good mix of build and buy items, as well as the cast too. I actually really like some of the hairs from this pack. I know a lot of people find the pack a little bit controversial, I guess. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I actually really enjoy like the activities, being able to go hiking and the snow area. But I think you really need to sort of live here and like force yourself to immerse yourself in it. It's a bit different from like growing together, parenthood, seasons, which sort of just become part of your everyday life. So I'm just adding all these windows around here, which I'm pretty sure I end up moving later. I really liked this green roof. I thought I always go for like a basic brown or blue roof, so yeah, going for a green one now. These rocks, I was really trying to make sort of like a zen garden here, but I wanted something to sort of use as a border, and I was hunting through debug for a while. I think I've cut that out, but yeah, I found those in like a curve shape, so that sort of becomes the basis here, and then I fill that in with some more rocks. Yeah, those sort of zen rocks with the sand around them, like I never really used those, so I found a way to use them. Now I'm just putting some other items I found from the pack in debug. It's like the little pagoda there. And this side here, I've got like a more green area with some plants. Just trying to use a lot of items from the pack. Unfortunately, this isn't only a Snowy Escape build. I do use some other packs in it. Yeah, but it's mainly Snowy Escape. So now I'm just adding all these rocks here. I have to size them down a few times. It was quite tedious. If you have any other ideas to use as like a sort of a garden bed border, please let me know. I spent a long time trying to search in debug and build and buy, trying to find the good items. Yeah, and I found this floor tile actually. This misc floor tile. I'm like, I've never used this. I have really tried to make it work here with the quarter tiles, and then I just kind of cover up the rocks where it looks a bit dodgy. At At the time that I'm filming this, The Sims 4 social medias has released the teaser for upcoming stuff pack. And I believe the trailer is meant to be dropping tomorrow, so I might film a little reaction to that. But it's like a crystal rock thing that you dig up, and I think in the caption they said something about sparkle, and all the comments were talking about fairies. I'm like, oh, that would be so cool, but for a stuff pack, I don't think that's gonna be possible. Saw some comments about like jewelry making. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm not really sure what else it could be. Some other comments were like, Sims 4 get to the mines. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, so I've just been using a few different items I don't normally use here, like those like, freezers, I think they're called. The things you put between the columns towards the roof. I'm not quite sure what you call it. So I'm just adding the kitchen in here, which I do end up moving. I just could not get the layout to work for me, so I kept changing it around. But I actually really liked it here. I liked having, like, I know you can do a 3-counter kitchen and it can still be functional, because I believe that stove top you can cook on top of, as well as like a corner counter. You can use that to prepare food, as well as like actually use the stove top, of what I've been told. I haven't actually play tested that though, so we'll see later. I really like those green tiles from growing together. I'm going for a sort of like pastel green turquoise vibe inside here. And that soda can garbage bin from the pastel pop kit that Plumbella worked on. I just think that bin's so cute. I use it all the time, especially in like a bedroom as like a sort of desk bin. Yeah, I'm just making the bathroom here. That window shade I never use. I thought it just had like wood swatches, but it actually has some really nice patterned ones, so I went with that one with the touch of blue there, and it still sort of goes with the window. I've just added in the toilet and the shower, both from Snow Escape, and this little tiny living sink there. I chose that one because it was quite narrow, because I'm concerned that my Sims can't access the shower. I think I later on have to move it over just a tiny bit more, so it's like a tiny bit in the wall. I just wanted everything to be functional. Just adding a little rug in the kitchen and the bathroom now. Looks a bit awkward there now that I look at it actually. And these cute growing together towels. I use these all the time. I just really like that they have like 3 different colours. I'm just adding in the flooring for the house now. There's that plain tile there. And these tatami mat floors, I thought like surely we're in Mount Komorebi, we might as well use these tatami floor. And it's got the like green outline between the tatami, so I think that looked really pretty. I think just about now I start looking at this layout. I'm just thinking about like where I'm dividing the sort of bedroom area. This ends up being just a single sim unit. I just use a single bed. It's not even really a bedroom, more of a sort of bed nook. Yeah, it's a studio apartment, guys. But you could use a double bed because the Sims will scoot over if you want to have 2 people in here. I also don't end up fitting a dining area inside. There's a little desk that they can eat at, but eating area is outside too. Might as well get outdoors, you know? I'm using this TV from Tiny Living because it is multifunctional. Got TV, stereo, and bookshelf all in one, so you don't have to have those all as separate items. I was trying to get this to work for me, but I couldn't find out where to put the desk, and when I put another wall to sort of make the bed area a bit more private, it just didn't didn't feel too like the space didn't really flow as well. So I end up switching this around, I think a couple times here. This is not the final look yet. I'm just playing around with what desk I should use. I just wanted a single desk, but I go with that one from the kids room stuff pack, I think it's called, just because it's that slight bit smaller, which just makes it look like there's some more space. And that cute chair from the Pastel Pop kit. Yeah, I'm playing around with this layout, but this isn't even the final one. I really like that couch I'm using at the moment. I think actually ends up being the style I use at the end, just in different swatch. I think that's high school years, that one. I could be wrong. Yeah, this furniture isn't like a final furniture. I'm just playing around with the layout and different ideas. Yeah, I think this is looking more like what I end up going with. So we've got, you come up the platform and go straight into the living area. You got your desk, that Pastel Pop computer again. I love using items from the Pastel Pop kit where I can. I was having a hard time deciding what bed to choose. It was a big decision. And then I think it sort of makes sense that the bathroom's like near the bedroom on this side rather than the other side now. Like you get out of bed, you want the bathroom to be close, but not like too close. Ended up going for that low bedside table / end table, which I never really use. I think it's Dream Home Decorator. It's normally a bit too low for most of my builds, but I think I sort of fitted in here there. I couldn't fit the proper shoe rack nicely at the front there, so I've just put a couple shoes. I'm not sure if they're functional to click on for the no shoe option, so I ended up just putting the sign up near the ceiling. And I love those lights from high school years that go over the bed. I just think it elevates the room so much. And on the bedside table, I've got these flowers and candle from the backyard stuff kit. I know it's indoors, but I think it looks really pretty. Just deciding on a rug here. Once again, another big decision. I end up just putting one under the desk there, yeah. And another Pastel Pop kit item. I love that we have another postcard board now with the Pastel Pop kit. I've been using the base game one for so long. I always love doing that collection. It takes quite a long time to get responses and to complete the collection. But I just think it's so cute having all the postcards from different places up there, the Sims 3 worlds. And the yoga mat I just added in the backyard there. I figured that this sim maybe likes a little bit of gardening with the bonsai tree and a little bit of mindfulness, which I think came with this pack, the idea of sort of mindfulness, hiking and everything. I really like the new swatches on the yoga mats that we got with the spa day refresh. I just think they're a big upgrade from the ones we had before. Always like to use a yoga mat in my builds. Now I'm just adding some clutter. This kitchen at the moment is actually not functional. I end up fixing that right, I think after I film it. I just have to change where the stove is. Yeah, I don't know why, but it was just not liking it. So I changed from a stovetop to a oven with a stove on top of it, just like your normal oven. And I'm just adding some garden stuff. I love this tree. I was trying to find like a garden bed, sort of put it at the front there, and I saw there were some like pre-made ones, but I just couldn't get the shape to work. But I think I end up using one, yeah, in this back corner here. Yeah, I like that because it's got like a border around it. It feels like it's sort of meant to be there, you know? I'm just filling this up with different plants. And I've just got a little grave at the back as well that came with Snowy Escape. I think I end up keeping that there. Just adding a little pagoda in, filling up the place. I'm not very good at landscaping at all, as you can see. Yeah, and this whole area is more like a courtyard, so there's not too much going on here. We just wanted like a nice sort of simple build, nothing too complicated. The gate that I have at the front, I don't think I actually recorded me making, but it's just some columns that I found in debug that I put next to the fence, and then the fence was also from debug, and I just put one at an angle so it looks like it's open. I'm just adding these lanterns in at the front here. Once again, an item I don't use too often or would use in like a park setting, but I thought it made like a cute entrance to the lot. And I'm just fixing up some little details here, some minor adjustments. I like having the bins sort of hidden so they're not visible from the front. At this point, I'm just sort of adding some finishing touches, some paintings to liven up the walls, and just a bit more clutter. So I might just speed through this part, so enjoy. On my back, I'm just adding in this outdoor picnic table. I actually really like it. It's from Snowy Escape, just with the fur rug on the seats. I think that looks really nice and cozy. Just adding in a dresser here because I did realize that I had no place to change clothes, to make it a bit more realistic, although I find myself never really using these dresses in the game. It just sort of adds that element of realism there. I really wanted to add some cabinets in the kitchen here, but the Snowy Escape counters don't have a cabinet that goes with it, so I ended up just using these shelves from the Home Chef Hustle kit, just to add a few clutter items on and just make it feel a bit more homely and complete. And just adding a few items here from various different packs. I think I add some mugs and plates underneath just to make it feel a little bit more lived in, you know? It annoyed me that some of the items clip on the counters there, Like, you can put it there, but it doesn't look very good when it's like coming out from under the sink, you know. Because I moved the desk over to the bedroom side, I now have this sort of free slot there. I realized that the fish tank was still on the floor, so I ended up just moving that over there. I never knew that you could actually like put the fish you catch in the fish tank for so long. So I just kind of had these fish tanks with nothing in them for ages. Yeah. Tell me in the comments if there's anything that you only recently found out about The Sims that you didn't know before. I'm curious. I'm just adding that fountain into the sort of Zen garden area because I think that was very appropriate. That's actually what sort of inspired me to make the Zen garden, but I completely forgot to add it in. Now I'm just adding a mailbox. I wanted to use the snowy escape one that's meant to go on the wall, but because we've got a fence there, I can't really put it on the wall. And I thought like it makes sense to have the mailbox at the very front of the house if they're not really going to go in through the gate. It annoyed me that the half wall was like overhanging, like the trim at the top. I could not for the life of me figure out how to stop that. Please let me know if you guys know. I tried to Google it, but yeah, could not find anything. You see the swatch of the mailbox I've used there has like the little kitten paw prints. I think that's so cute. Oh, I'm just adding in my favorite ottoman from the game. The little face on it. I think it's so cute. Yeah, and these are really just the finishing touches at this point. I'd say she's pretty much done. And this is just an overview. And there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's build. I think it's pretty simple, but nice and cozy for one sim. If you guys liked the video, please feel free to like and subscribe for more content. Have a great day.